And for more on this, we're joined now by our Europe editor, Armen Georgian. So, Armen, this has been a long-running saga. Where do we stand right now?
Well, first of all, the total EU funds at stake, Monty, they're equivalent to nearly 10% of Hungary's GDP. That's according to Fitch ratings. So failure to obtain even part of that would obviously have quite a big impact on Hungary's economic outlook. Now, in response to the EU's concerns, Hungary came forward with 17 remedial measures to do with the rule of law. But last month, a cross-panel group of MEPs from the European Parliament released a report which said that only 3 out of the 17 remedial measures had actually been implemented. That, however, seen from Budapest, was just confirmation that this whole process has been politicized and that for the Hungarian government it's unfair. That is what the Hungarian foreign minister told me very recently in an interview. Let's take a listen to him now. Here's Péter Szijjártó.
Not the first time we are having such kind of situation with Brussels. But back in those times when Mr. Barroso was the European Commission president, it was a very fair, let's say, procedure because it was legally based. European Commission has come forward with a legal proposal which we could address. And then at the end of the day, we agreed whether they were right, whether we were right, or if we couldn't agree, then the European Court made the ruling. But currently, this is not the case. Currently, there are political perceptions against Hungary because there's a conservative Christian Democrat government in place for the last 12 years.
So now you've got these two parallel universes in a sense where Brussels says it's simply applying the playbook, which applies to every EU member state. You've all got to play by the same rules. Hungary says, no, there's a political motive.
Well, so there are deadlines coming up this month. Is a deal likely?
Well, so the European Commission proposed freezing some of the funds to Hungary. Now, France and Germany are saying that actually Hungary has made some reforms and therefore the proposed amount in the freeze should be lowered. So essentially less of the money should be frozen. And the idea is that that compromise could perhaps get Hungary behind other things that the EU wants to do. For example, enact a new aid package to Ukraine, which at the moment Hungary is resisting. So there could be some sort of grand bargain unblocking all of these things at the EU summit later this month. At least that's what France and Germany seem to be aiming for. Now, on the rule of law, Hungary still has support within the Visegrad group of Central European nations, despite some of their internal differences on Ukraine. But also, interestingly now, Hungary is supported in this rule of law struggle with Brussels by a Western European government, which is Italy, which is now led, of course, by a conservative Giorgia Meloni, who is forging closer links with the government of Viktor Orban. And I spoke to an MEP, an Italian MEP, who is from the Brothers of Italy party on this very question. Let's take a listen to him quickly. Here's Vincenzo Sofo.
We have to watch this very carefully. We have to make sure that the action taken by the European Commission on Hungary isn't politically motivated. Just because the Hungarian government doesn't accept certain European political agendas, this could set a very dangerous precedent. The rule of law should not be used as a political weapon. While today it's Hungary or Poland, tomorrow it could be Italy, France, or Spain, or who knows what other country.
So yes, pressure on Hungary from some EU countries, but we shouldn't think of Hungary as being completely isolated on this matter.
Okay, to be continued. Our Europe editor, Armen Georgian. Armen, thanks a lot.
Thank you.